Let's talk about the difference between misting and leaking shocks and how you can visually tell the difference. Misting shocks are often incorrectly diagnosed as failures. But to understand why, let's discuss what misting really is. It is normal to see a light misting of oil on a working shock absorber. This is what we call misting. As the temperature of a working shock increases, an ultra-fine amount of shock fluid adheres to the piston rod as it is pulled past the oil seal on the extension stroke. On the compression stroke, a small amount of the hot shock fluid evaporates off the piston rod. The evaporated fluid condenses and forms a film, or mist, on the outside of the shock body. Over time, the accumulated misting appears as an even layer of grimy film on the outside of the shock. Misting is normal, and it shows that the shock is working as it should. The presence of a slight film of shock fluid on the piston rod is essential to lubricate the piston rod and oil seal for an extended service life. Without this, the natural friction generated by the working shock would melt the oil seal and cause the shock to fail. However, in a leaking shock, large amounts of fluid escape past the oil seal. A leaking shock means that something is wrong with the shock and that the oil seal could be compromised. A leaking shock will show random streaks of fluid down the body of the shock. This is best observed when the shock is fully extended. By the time that they are inspected, leaking shocks have usually lost all performance capability, whereas misting shocks are working as they should. Remember this saying, if it's streaking, it's leaking. Thanks for joining us today. If you have any technical questions, please give us a call at 800-999-3903 or visit us online at gabriel.com.